are you? How you doing? Huh?
Rexy, 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 Rexy.
He's gotten so big.
I know, he's growing like crazy, isn't he?
You.
He's doing great. All right. We'll go live on Facebook too, just because we just don't have that much time. We got a lot to do. I feel like this is foggy. All right.
Why, hello.
We're building up audience. Yes, we are.
How buddy? Because he needs to be seen.
Isn't he handsome?
Look how pretty he is.
He is so nice looking. Look at those great teeth that you got going there, Rex. Oh my goodness. Jeremy's cleaning out Rex's enclosure and he goes, are you guys going live today? And Holly and I said, no, Rex is getting huge, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's growing.
See? He's getting so big.
Can't even get him all the way on the camera. Look at that, man. He's doing so good. That's so good to see. We weren't going to go live and then Jeremy's like, well, I got to clean Rex's enclosure. And we're like, oh, okay, fine. We'll go live for a couple minutes because Holly and I have a ton of work to do that we're working on right now. And it's all stuff that we don't want to do.
Nope.
We would rather be playing with animals than doing what we're doing right now. Right, Holly?
Yeah, I'd rather be mucking out enclosures. You see, it's already set up.
Yeah. I came over the rail and I said, he's cleaning for me. He's doing my reptile room. He's cleaning and saying, getting Rex's enclosure nice and clean. So anyway, this is Rex. Hello.
Hey.
Okay, talk up. Who's Rex? Rex was a turnover.
He was a turnover. It's actually kind of a funny story. So we got a phone call saying they had about a 3-foot alligator.
3.5-foot alligator.
3.5-foot alligator need to turn over. So Jeremy and Ashley go buy a new container for him.
Oh yeah, pick one. I went by myself on this one.
Oh, were you by yourself on this one?
I was picking up Milo.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So Ashley went and got a bigger container for this guy because he wasn't going to fit in our normal containers because, he's supposed to be so big. And she got him and he's like a whopping 18 inches.
He's like a whopping 4 pounds.
Let me tell you, we really need our teachers to get paid better.
Or actually just teach kids measurement.
Yeah, measurement's good.
Yeah.
We all have our own little way of measuring things, but most of us have a close estimate.
I don't know how much he weighs now. What would you say, probably about 12 pounds?
Yeah, he's not too heavy.
Yeah, about 12 pounds, I would say.
But he's got all his beautiful teeth, right? Looks like he lost some here on the side, so he's got new ones growing in. So these guys, just like sharks, when they lose a tooth, a new one will grow right back in that spot, so they can actually lose teeth their entire life. You know how many I read?
How many?
Up to 500 teeth in their lifetime.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd actually expect it to be more than that. Because they live 50 years.
I would too. But, it's not like a shark where it, always falls out.
That's true. His mouth is open because it's just open.
Yeah, he's in the sunshine.
He's sunbathing. He's like, oh, I feel so good.
Like, doo, doo, doo. No, he's a good guy. He's one of our better alligators. So we've been power feeding him to get to that almost 3 feet. But he is actually older than Sully.
Yes, he's very undersized. Why is he undersized? How long should he be?
So he should be about 6 feet in length. But these guys can kind of slow their growth rate when their tank isn't the adequate size for them. And then normally when you get them into a bigger tank, they'll explode and they'll start growing to the size of that tank. This guy is a little bit slower. So he's been in there for almost 2 years now. When did you get Milo?
Milo, February of 21.
So 1.5 years. Almost 2 years.
Yep.
See, I can't do math either.
No, Milo's 2. So 20. February 20.
20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he is about 2 years old.
No, he's not going to bite her.
We've had him. No, he's not going to bite me. Right?
No, so yeah, he wasn't in the correct enclosure from the previous owners.
Yes.
He's in the appropriate enclosure now to allow him to power grow so he can power grow so he can go in with the other gators, because if he doesn't power grow or get big enough, the other gators will eat him at this size.
And we don't want that.
No.
Not at all.
Alligators will eat other alligators.
They will. So these guys who have a third eyelid, it's a nictitating membrane. Let's see if I can link for me. Can you blink? You were just blinking.
There it goes.
You guys see it?
Yeah.
Go again.
Where's his ears, Holly?
His ears are right here.
Do you know what I learned about that?
Huh.
They're loose. I didn't know that until I actually watched a documentary.
I don't play with their ears very often.
I don't either. Like, yeah, you can push on the top part of his ear. They'll see it.
Oh.
Isn't that weird? See, we always learn something new.
We do. We're always learning too. But that third eyelid, they actually use as goggles. So when underneath the water, they can see. Right?
He has never tried to bite anybody. He's a really good gator. Hello.
He's a very good one.
Holly's face. When you touched his ear, you're like, whoa.
See, I enjoy learning. Right?
No, they are completely attached to his head. They're just soft. So
yeah, they're just kind of a softer spot you wouldn't expect to find on a gator.
Yeah, so this actually moves. You can get your finger in there. His are still too small because he's so little, but these are loose and they can move up and down. These little slits. He's really liking that sunshine.
I know. I'm trying to hold him in the sun, it makes me twist weird.
He's so cute.
He is a good boy.
No, they're attached to his head. They're just a little wiggly.
Any questions?
Yeah. Why is he not moving? Because he's an alligator?
Because he's stuffed.
We only sell the best stuffed animals around here.
No, so Ash and I went to Anchor Point's grand opening and we brought Rex with us. And so he was out hanging with us in our lap and everyone kept having to do second glances. Like, oh, I thought you had a stuffed gator with you. Thought it was a stuffed. I'm like, no, he's alive.
That's the reason his ears are loose, Tracy, because he can close them. So he can move that membrane up and down so that he can actually close his ears, his nose, and have that third eyelid as it goes underwater. Dan switched to TikTok.
I know, he switches back and forth.
Does he?
He does. Sometimes I feel like he has both of them up.
He probably does. Thanks, Dan. We appreciate all your support.
We do.
Especially. Well, there's not really... He opened and closed his mouth. If he doesn't want to move, he doesn't have to move. We don't want to encourage them to be anxious.
Yeah. So if he's chill like this, it means we're doing a good job. He's not anxious.
Yeah.
Now, if I put him on the ground, he might walk around.
I know, but we got
dogs.
The dogs are locked up over there.
And we don't set them up for failure.
Nope.
None of them.
Because he wouldn't actually just go after them. What would he do?
He would walk up to them.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's any kind of sudden movement, he'd jump.
Yep. Yeah, he can walk. He was in his enclosure. We just took him. Jeremy's cleaning it, so we took him out.
And we can't let him on the ground right now because of the dogs.
Because he can slide right under that gate and...
We don't want to set any animal, either the dogs or him, up for failure.
Yeah. Even though a death roll on Milo probably wouldn't get very far.
A little pinky toe.
It would come off, though.
Right?
Your mom says hi.
Oh, hey, Mom. I didn't know she watched these.
She wants to join you on video. Sorry, I don't do that.
You could always FaceTime me and we could do it that way. No. So these guys, did you know the death roll isn't actually to kill you? It's actually to break off limbs so you can make it small enough for these guys to swallow because they don't chew their food. They swallow it whole. So if they catch prey that's way too big, they're going to do that death roll.
Hey, I have a question for you because someone just brought it up.
Huh.
It said, oh heck, a dinosaur.
Yes. So these guys... They are actually one of the only animals that has not changed in the last 50 million years, which means they were around during that dinosaur period. They were built
there
so
he goes.
perfect.
Now he's moving.
Now you're moving. Did you finally warm up all the way?
Oh, he's got a death roll on Holly.
Death roll. Buddy, you're good.
He's trying to get out of arm's reach.
Do I gotta take you out of the sun?
Oh, now he's moving. Yep, he's getting nice and... So here's the thing. Explain what sunlight does to certain reptiles.
It makes them very, very active, and sometimes they can become, I wouldn't say aggressive, just...
More on the defense.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that direct sunlight like really heats them up, and so they give them a little more mobility.
Yep. Huh. So he just got a little wave of vitamin D. Kapow!
Right?
He is amazing. You're a very good little boy, aren't you? You're a very little good boy. Kova, hush.
He's like, I just want to go back to my enclosure.
I want to go back in my water tank. He's cleaning it out for you right now.
Why is that? Because you poop in your water.
Have you ever been bit?
I have not. Well,
by an alligator.
By a macaw, but not by an alligator.
That was one of my first animals I worked with when I was 12 years old. So for 24 years now, I have been side snagged by a tooth, but not.
I've been whipped by a tail.
Yeah, but I've never been intentionally bit by an alligator.
But no, these guys, they are actually considered the most docile of that crocodilian family. They're actually more terrified of you than you are of them. I know it's kind of hard to believe, but it's true. Huh.
Gosh, I can't believe how much he's grown.
I know.
I mean, he fit.
But you are shedding.
You getting some of that old skin off? Okay, so here's what I was going to say about dinosaurs. Because you said they've been around for 50 million years, right? But now they're finding out that dinosaurs had feathers and not scales.
But he's not a dinosaur.
No, I know, but I wonder, right? Are they sure that they've never changed?
The least amount of change.
I know, but maybe...
So they've changed a little bit, but the least amount.
Right, but I mean, it's not significant.
No.
Like, it's like at all of what's the changes. Maybe of size.
Maybe that's why they lost the nail on their back toe. Maybe that was a change. Maybe they used to have nails on all toes, and...
Maybe they were raptors.
Could you imagine?
No, that'd be terrifying. That'd be terrifying. Flying alligators would be like one of the scariest things in all the world.
I just imagine a flying squirrel at his size.
So scary. They have little flaps in between so they can glide.
Have you seen flying snakes?
I don't know, bueno. Don't scare people. A lot of people don't know that kind of stuff exists.
It does, but they don't actually have wings. They just flatten their bodies so they can glide down.
Yeah, and it's terrifying.
It's pretty cool.
Could you imagine like walking and all of a sudden you see it like have this like...
Oh, I wouldn't want that, no. They can stay where they're at and I won't visit that area.
T-Rex may have had wings. It may explain the shorter arms to the body.
It may. Science is always changing. That's why we say typically.
I know. Yeah, no, so alligators are really remarkable creatures, and the fact that we were able to bring them back, we almost lost them.
Yeah. The American alligator. Because people really like their skin.
Nope, that's an American alligator, not an iguana.
But now the Chinese alligator is facing the same fate, and so they're looking into how we actually protected these guys and brought them back from extinction.
Kova, please stop.
And trying to use our tactics so they can save their alligators.
Yep. They are amazing.
So when they shed like this, it means they're growing, so he is doing a little growth spurt going on right now.
Which is good, because we need him to be bigger.
Right?
Hi, buddy. It's hard to get you on both cameras.
It is. Sorry, he got heavy on our...
Hi, bud. You're so handsome. You're so handsome. I asked Rylan if she wanted to go swim in the pool with you with your mouth taped, and she said no because it has chlorine in it, and she didn't want to hurt him.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I just told her she was clever. Yeah. No, if she put him down, he wouldn't snap at us. He would probably run over to that fluff ball over there behind the gate.
He would try and hide because, again, these guys are way more terrified of us than we are of them.
That chirping is the marmosets. They are not happy that an alligator is out in their territory.
They're actually very territorial.
He's got to be double that size now to fit into an one arm hold. No, you can do a one arm hold with him. Yeah. Yeah, he can do a one arm hold. He's fairly big.
In the sun and not on my lap.
Yeah, it's easier to have him. Yeah, no, Jeremy's cleaning for me. We're doing projects. We're getting all up to date because if we're going to be opening in September, we got to be ready to pull the trigger and open the doors if our permits get approved.
We do.
So that's what we've been working on. We've been moving things. I actually went through all the stuff over here today and got all that cleaned. And you know what I started? This is so exciting.
It's really sweet.
It's very exciting. Look what I finally, no, you stay. I finally got to it. I started. So people send us in stuff, and I'm finally getting able to put it into a book of people who write us good notes and send us that stuff. This lady is a professional photographer. She took these photos and sent us these postcards. We have, when we had to put our macaw down about 4 years ago, the military that had a seizure, we took her to the vet. My vet sent me, and all the crews sent me a thing saying that they're sorry for our loss and that we had to, you know, do that. This is the first time I met Jessica, who's on my board of directors now. She sent me in jewelry, and she wrote me a letter. Then we had like letters sent in from people that said, you know, thank you for all you do. They sent us in a piece of artwork. This little young lady drew this for us and sent us in this. And then this is all the stuff from the kids that we've had the opportunity to educate, and all of their letters that they've sent in to us, thanking us for going to their classrooms and stuff. So, hi, Mark. So, I'm finally getting it all put into a notebook, which is like fantastic. So do know, I do save the stuff that you guys send me. So it's really fun to see. I visited, and a big thanks for allowing us to meet everyone. So like we do get very kind letters and notes and stuff. And I have other notes at home that I didn't bring out here, like stuff from Lisa and Tracy and all that stuff. That all
means a lot.
Yeah, it was more to me personally, so I have that stuff at my house.
So do you know these guys actually have one of the most advanced heart systems in the world?
Mm-hmm.
They can actually slow their heartbeat down to 1 beat per minute. They really only have to eat once a year. In extreme cases, they can go up to 3 years. That's probably one of the reasons why they are still around. But these guys, you can find them on the East Coast, frozen in a lake with just their little snouts sticking out of the water. They're fine. They slowed that heart rate down, so they're not going to freeze to death. And they're just waiting to thaw out so they can get their first meal of the spring.
That's so cool. We have Rex here, and yes, you did hear something about a court date. It is set, or not a court date, it's a hearing date. Let's be clear. It's not for court, it's for hearing for our special use permit, and it's on
August 23rd and 25th.
And we will be posting the flyer. I actually just got it today. So Jessica will be posting that to our Facebook page, Instagram, and TikTok for you guys to be able to have the links and stuff available. It will also be in a link in my bio, so you guys have the direct connect to the meeting.
And let me tell you, we're getting comfier chairs in here for that.
Yeah. I should just bring the couch in. Honestly, it's 12 hours.
It is 12 hours.
What do alligators feel like?
Scaly? The top part here is all rough and kind of scaly, but the bottom part actually feels very soft.
Yes, it does.
So when people are like saying, oh, they have alligator boots and things like that, it's all their bellies because of how soft they are down here.
The monitor lizard's actually doing great. We just
saw him. Yeah,
he just came out here and visited us for a while. Drogon is doing great.
We gave the beaded lizard nail trim.
Yeah, much needed nail trim.
A little spa day for him.
Jeremy's like, here, use this little grinder. And Holly's sitting there going on one nail. I'm like, do you want me to get the cutter? She's like, yes, please.
Those grinders are great when you have one that works better.
You missed the whole line of nails on that beam.
You can't look at this cabinet anymore. I stopped looking for the little details.
Why have I never noticed that before? Oh man. Okay.
You just can't look at it.
I know. I love lizards. I can't wait one day to have a beautiful display of lizards. You know what? We would love to move, but at this point, with all the money that we're putting in to stay here, why move? I mean, maybe what we can do is we'll just stay here for another 10 years, save up the money, wait for the perfect property, and expand then. Or expand in 5 years to a new location in Island County, so we have 2 separate locations, but since we've already done it and we're already here and established here, we'll just stay here too.
Yeah,
We have 2 separate locations. I think that sounds better. If someone came and handed us $2 million tomorrow,
we'd move.
We'd try to move, but we still would keep this piece of property.
Mm-hmm.
We'd keep it as quarantine. We'd keep it as all of that, because the reality is our permits are not to have the animals. And as much as people want to say that we've been non-compliant for 2 decades, if that be the case, we sure and crap would not be here. All these animals would have been confiscated. I'm sure they could have built a case in 20 years with animal control if necessary. Yeah. Since, we've only been to confiscations to actually get animals with animal control, so we do know how long those cases take because we were part of them. So trust me, it doesn't take 20 years to do that if you're here illegally. But keep on that narrative. Let's see here. Reading through your guys' questions. Peacocks and a couple donkeys. April, you know us so well.
The donkeys would have to be with me, though.
Yes, the current location will need tons of peacocks. I do agree with that. If we're able to move, this would be a beautiful bird sanctuary. I tell you what, if we could change... I
said what I said the other day when I saw a whole bunch of them on the road. I don't know if that's appropriate.
What if we put a sign out there that says, "Have you seen my..."
So when HBO Max dropped HBO?
Yeah, another Max.
Now there's Max.
Yeah.
Peacock came out saying they're not going to drop the P from their name.
It would be perfect between the parrots and peacocks and the donkeys. Gotta have some goats in there too. I think it would be great to do that. We could change this to our farm life location.
We could.
Yeah.
Have rabbits galore.
Except for, you guys, don't let it loose, because now they're having a lionhead rabbit problem in Island County.
It's not just a lionhead, it's all the rabbits.
Yeah, but they said that white lionhead is the one that they initially found that disease in.
Oh, is it?
That's what I read.
There's a town in Florida that's has over 20,000. I don't want to say wild because they're not wild.
He's good.
What's the word I'm looking for? See, I keep forgetting easy words.
Sorry.
Feral lionheads in one town.
Feral lionheads. That's a terrifying thought process right there. Now you're calm. You're nice and calm, you little fella.
Just put me in that sunshine and I'll change it for you.
I'll get all worked up for you. There's got to be a way to get these phones to be at a kind of... Sorry guys, I gotta see if I can kind of fix this. Oops, sorry.
Oh, whenever I get it to where I learn how to do it, you move it.
No, I meant to tip this one in a little bit. There we go. So that it's...
So you see both?
Yeah. Still 2 completely different angles. Yeah, I would love to put netting all over the tops of the trees. Could you imagine if a tree fell? The colorful rainbow that would escape.
That pop of color.
That pop of color would be all throughout the city of Anacortes.
Then we'd be in trouble.
I'm sorry, I'd rather have 10 packs of wolves escape than a fleet of parrots.
Caws and cockatoos. And...
People in Florida. Does he bite? He can bite.
Yeah, they all can bite.
But does he normally bite?
No, he's never bit any of us.
No.
A bud.
Yeah, our location, we feel our goal, we've been trying for 3 years now to move.
Uh-huh.
The property is still pending sale for another place. So it hasn't officially had the sold sign on it yet.
No.
It's pending inspection still. And
you're just playing with me.
I know. Now, if I got $2 million tomorrow, I could probably be like, hey, can I pay over a little bit and, kind of bump the deal and make it happen. We'll see what happens. You done?
Is it time to go back? Say bye, Rex.
Say bye, buddy. He did a death roll on Holly.
Nice. Did he get a chunk?
No, not yet.
Oh,
He was just in the sunshine.
maybe next time.
Thanks, Jeremy. So did you sweep the floor today?
No, I did not.
Okay, good.
He's shedding like crazy.
I know.
So anyway, Holly and I get to go back to that.
Yay.
It's a blank screen, but it's not a blank screen. It actually is page upon page upon page upon page of false information that we get to.
And it's we can't even get through a paragraph without having to type 5 or 6 different things.
Yeah. Holly's just like, I don't know how you sit in here and do this work. Because uncomfortable and hot and muggy and stuffy and all that.
Now it's scaly.
Naily. So, anyway, we just wanted to
hop on, say hi.
Get these
Let you guys know we're still alive.
Let you know that we're probably not going live today because we have important work to do for helping protect these animals and redirect the narrative to the correctness. Mm-hmm. You know, the best part is, though, this is the best part.
Existing awards?
No, well, yes, but the best part for me when it comes to what we're going through is how we're able to have evidence of why it's not true.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's kind of been the best thing, because there's a lot of times where people just go, well, that didn't happen because I said it didn't happen.
I mean, like the other side. I said it happened, so it happened.
Right. So therefore, it happened. I've seen 32 wolves run across my yard. You know, it happened. Did it? Are you sure? Because here's the proof of how, why, and who, and what, and where, and why it didn't happen. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of really nice to be able to have that and be able to just know that we're fighting very, very hard, and we're going above and beyond and doing extreme. We've been sitting here since 12 o'clock working on paperwork, so.
It's been miserable. That's why I had to take my trash out beforehand, because I know I wouldn't want to do it afterwards.
No, because sitting here, like, I'm totally bringing in my...
It hurts everything.
I know, I gotta bring in my hammock chairs. We'll just take out these benches and we'll just get some hammock chairs.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I don't know if we'd want to get up, though, after. At least we want to get up and work.
My lunches would be extended a lot.
Alligators are a real fear of yours. Why? What makes them a fear for you? I'm not mocking you. I'm honestly asking, because if there's anything that we can do to bring more of a peace of mind to people, to let them understand.
Well, also, let me tell you this. I'm still not comfortable with a lot of snakes. That's because I grew up learning that snakes were pretty much out there to get you.
Right.
So because of my past experience of everyone telling me and growing up saying snakes are bad, don't do this, I work with them and I'm still a little iffy on them.
I think it's more they're just hard to read.
There's that, but there's also just that fear is still there.
Yeah.
Which is why conservation has to start young.
Yeah, conservation does have to start young. I do want to know, though, why you're scared of alligators, because if we can debunk, and I know that we'll never be able to take your fear away, because I'm scared of needles, and I know that they help you, but I'm still scared of them. Don't like them. But if there's anything that we can do to maybe, if you're thinking that the alligator is going to pop up in your toilet, or, you know, like...
Could you imagine?
No, that'd be terrifying. Snakes do that, though.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
That's why I want to visit Australia, but not live there.
Oh, man, the spiders in Australia.
Oh, I
know. No, thank you. Any spider that can jump 25 foot off a wall is just terrifying. It's just not for me.
Have you seen those videos of them trying to catch it and it, like, flings that? Oh.
It's like, where did the spider grabber with a 12-foot pole originate from? Australia.
Yep.
What was that?
Jeremy.
Oh, okay. If I lived in Florida with a good-sized ditch in my backyard, I'd hesitate to jump in it.
That's being smart, though.
That's wise. Yeah, it is. She says, join the Snake ID group. The more you learn, the less afraid you become.
Exactly.
This is true. Hi, Jessica. I just saw a thing posted from us, so that means Jessica's on there. I heard there's crocs in Florida, too.
There are crocodiles in Florida. So what's really it's kind of funny but weird at the same time. So the American alligator, even though they're no longer endangered, is still listed as endangered because people can't tell the difference between them and the American crocodile. And the American crocodile is definitely endangered. So in order to protect the crocodiles, they've just listed both of them as endangered.
She loves snakes but hates alligators. I think that...
Oh, gators are one of my favorite reptiles to work with.
Gators are way easier and safer to work with because they're so much easier to read. Mm-hmm. And they don't just...
And they get angry at you.
Do you know what I just watched the other day when I was looking through some of my footage? Jeremy getting bit by their tick. I laughed so hard watching that a good 4 or 5 times. the strike is just, I literally am sitting in the doorway and I'm going, what happened? He's like, the door fell down and it shattered. And I'm like, watch out. He's coiling. Watch out. And he puts his arm up and just, pow! And I'm like, I told you to watch out. And he's like, help, 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 help. Because he was watering Satan at the same time.
Oh, that's right.
So he's trying to hold Satan's door closed with his leg, and he's got this snake around his arm, and I'm just going.
I like when Satan's tub is near the PVC pipe, so I just stick the hose to the pipe.
I always pop the seat before I sit, just in case the snake slithers in the loo, even though...
See, that's terrifying. I never want to live in a place where I have to do that.
I don't either. Flush before you go.
Right?
Yeah. There are so many warnings you can give people. You know, it's true. It's true. Or I think it's selective hearing too. I don't think that he was even listening to what I was saying because I was making fun of him. I went in and I'm like, what happened? It's a good watch.
It is.
The best part of the watch is when I told Angela to go grab the alcohol and she brought back alcohol wipes. I'm like, I'm like, no, the rubbing alcohol. Go get rubbing alcohol. Oh my gosh, that was great. So anyway, we're going to go back to work.
Yeah. We
procrastinated enough. So thanks for joining us to see Rex. If you missed us with the American Alligator, you can go to Facebook and rewatch it. And we will be back. Something's happening. What's happening tomorrow?
I don't know.
Oh, I have to leave at noon.
Oh, that's what's happening.
Yeah, I have to leave at noon. With my kids. So, you guys have a great day, and we probably will see you maybe Saturday. We just have to see how it goes because my husband's working an overtime shift, which means I have to come out here with my kids, which means Holly actually has to be the one who goes and gets the meat, which means my kids and I will be feeding animals all morning because I'll be doing what Holly does on Saturday.
Doing what Ashley does.
Should be getting the meat. So, all right. Have a great rest of your day, guys. We'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.